Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm your host, Jane Manzuris, and today we're coming to you from the store Francis, and we're talking all about shopping local. But before I show you around, take a look at what's coming up on the show. Design your own pillows and tote bags with the coolest printing hack ever. We'll make some cute DIY inspirational gifts for mom, and we'll find out the latest in design trends for your home. That and so much more on this episode of Creative Living. I am here with Georgianne Bryant. She is the owner of this amazing little shop called Francis. Now, Georgianne, thanks so much for having us today.
Thanks for having me, Jane.
Tell us, what is Francis?
Francis has been open 12 years. It's a retail boutique located in Phoenix at Central and Camelback, and we carry a variety of gifts and clothing.
Local shopping is sort of a big topic these days, so why is it important for people to find their local stores and shop at them?
Well, it's so important to keep our local economy going, and we have so many local shoppers that come looking for artist-made goods. They want to get a special gift and they want to get a handmade gift, so they come here for that.
And so why is it important to have that support of your community when thinking shop local?
Well, if you think about employing the people in your neighborhood, they're also helping the artist to be able to have a livelihood and to shop. So they're really keeping so much money in their local community.
So having done this for 12 years, talk about the importance of shopping local versus shopping big box.
Well, I mean, we're really seeing since 2008, we've really seen people just really come out for local shopping. Especially in Phoenix, people really embrace a new artist or a new store. They really come out for it. It's just important to keep the community thriving and interesting.
You support the local artists. You really go out of your way to find small businesses that have a product or to find the local artists to feature them here. Why is that important to you?
Well, I do it, number one, for the customer, but also I love mentoring the new artist, helping them with their line sheets or pricing or developing new products. And I just really love that aspect of it, to bring it to the forefront for the customers.
So when we think about our great country, lots of stores like Francis out there, lots of local stores. What would you say to somebody who's like, it's just easier to go to the big box store, just order it online? What would you say to them to get out to those local stores?
Well, what makes a community unique? It's all of the local restaurants and the local shops. And also you're employing the people that live in your community. It's just a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, so get out and support local.
Exactly.
I love that. Thank you so much, Georgianne.
Thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm. For more information on Francis, just head to their website. Now we're heading to Virginia, where some locals are having a whale of an adventure on the open seas.
My name is Skip Feller. I run Rudy Tours, and I'm the captain of the Rudy Flipper. We're doing the whale watching tour today. The main whales that we're actually looking for are humpback whales, but we have seen some fin whales. We see some minke whales once in a while, but the humpbacks can be very acrobatic. The tail flukes, everyone loves seeing the tail flukes, and we actually have a photographer on board, Kristen, that does the narrating. Kristen or any of our other naturalists, when we actually see a whale, they will give you all kinds of information about them. If they recognize it, they'll tell you the name. We actually have a catalog down below in the cabin that people can thumb through. If we see it, she'll point it out to you. And all kinds of facts, how long they can stay under, what they eat, their migration, where they're coming, why they're here. Of course, our boat, we're standing on the upper deck now of the Rudy Flipper. So we have two viewing decks where you can see them. We do have a full snack bar and a full bar. You know, you can buy food, you can have a drink in the afternoon. Everybody wants to know who Rudy is, and to be honest with you, I have no idea. Rudy Inlet is a man-made inlet. It's comprised of a couple lakes, Lake Wesley and Lake Rudy. The Rudy Inlet, as little as it is unlike most other inlets because we are so close to the ocean. There's places like, you know, down in North Carolina where you ride 30, 40 minutes just to get to the inlet to go do what you're doing. And our ride is literally about 2 minutes. Actually, you'd be surprised how many people do not know, local people do not know that we have whales here. In the wintertime, there's not a lot of tourists, but we do have a lot of locals, and it's interesting to see their face when they find out that we do have whales here. We've been running our whale watching trips since 1995, and we've been running our dolphin trips since in the 70s. It's one of those things that every day is different. We deal with, of course, we deal with the public, we deal with, you know, tourists in the summertime. As far as the whales go, we have all kinds of guidelines we have to follow, and we do follow all of NOAA's guidelines. But whales, there are wild animals, and they are free to do whatever they want. So there are a lot of times where they will come see us pretty close. We do actually guarantee our whale watching and our dolphin watching. If you go on a trip and you don't see them, we'll let you go as many times as it takes for you to see them.
Whenever I'm visiting a new town, I love to find a local shop and pick up a little something for myself. That way, I'm supporting a small business and I've got something to remember my trip by. Here's what's coming up next. Our craft room crash is all about the 70s, but with a modern twist. We're making a macrame plant hanger. Groovy, baby. And we'll talk to an interior designer about the latest design trends. One of the hottest trends in arts and crafts this year is macrame. That's right, the favorite craft of the 70s is back, but with a modern twist. Check out this month's Craft Room Crash. This is Craft Room Crash, and I'm outside Amy Guerrero's studio. Now, she is mad about macrame, and not the kind of macrame you remember from the 70s. Today's macrame is sleek and elevated. So let's go crash her craft room and find out what Amy is knotting up today.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Come on in.
All right. So this is your craft room?
Yeah.
What? It is all knotted up.
I have been macrameing since probably junior high. So we've got all of this rope here because macrame is the art of knot tying. I like to work on smaller wall hangings, plant hangers, and even keychain accessories. You just learn one knot of macrame and you can create so many different things. Yeah.
Are you nuts? No, you're nuts.
Yeah. So today we are going to be making a macrame plant hanger. So we're gonna start with a wrapping knot to start our project, but you're gonna take this cord and you're going to leave yourself a little loop at the bottom here. And then, like its namesake, you're just gonna wrap it around everything. So you've got this loop here, and then you're gonna be able to like tuck this up inside
because that's that piece
wrap.
we left up. She's like a magician, she did it so fast. I gotta repeat. And that's it, it's knotted?
Yeah, you're gonna start with this left one.
Yup.
You're gonna make what I call a 4.
I see.
So then this one's over, and then under this third one here. This one here is gonna tuck behind everything up through, I just call it the 4 hole. You're pulling it all the way through. And then once we tighten it up to the top, that is the first knot.
Wow.
So you're gonna take your 2 outside cords.
Okay.
And you take that left one, and you're gonna do that 4.
I'm doing the same thing you are. Okay.
And then instead of tightening all the way up to here, we're just going to leave it right there.
Wait.
So they're at the same height.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Okay.
we're gonna take our right cord and we're gonna do like a backwards 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, we just made a square knot.
Yeah.
That's a square knot.
Yeah, you've graduated to square knots. So next we are gonna finish the project with a wrapping knot. This is like the wrapping part.
Yep. Oh, cute.
And then we have this cute, adorable mug with a little plant in it.
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love this. Thanks so much to Amy. Now we all know how to make a macrame hanging plant holder, reintroducing an old style in a modern new way. And that's what Amy is making in her craft room. What are you making in your craft room? I'll see you next time. This was so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Looking to spruce up your home? Well, our design expert shares the latest trends in interior design.
Hello, my name is Deborah May Himes. My company, Deborah May Himes Interior Design. And today we're going to be talking about trends. Right now we are seeing mid-century modern, which encompasses more neutrals with pops of color. And we can get those pops of color in pillows and rugs. The other one I see is farmhouse chic. Now this is a little bit more fun, has more texture, it's a little more rustic, and we can throw in little touches of elegance through chandeliers, lighting, maybe a little bling on pillows. And then the last one is very contemporary. And this one is very fun because it's very quiet and very simple. You'll see concrete flooring, concrete countertops. It's a little bit simpler, but it's very quiet and soothing in its own way. What influences our trends? It can be fashion, global issues. It can be world events. Pantone is huge. Pantone comes out with their color board every year. We see that in fashion, and we also see that in our fabrics, our accessories, and different things that go in the home. Right now our colors will be neutrals, some black and whites, soft plums, blushes, pinks, indigo, and cobalt blue. Trends come and go. I think that's one thing that we have to pay attention to, is how our trends will be changing and how we can relate to them. And an interior designer is really best at taking the trends and helping you find the best way to incorporate those trends in your design, but have timeless design. Remember, good design is good design, which equals timeless design.
Another great way to support a local business is to skip the chain restaurant and eat local. I just love checking out coffee shops and bakeries. When we come back, DIY gifts for mom that will put a smile on her face. And we check out a balloon festival that's out of this world. Get your DIY aprons on, because we're making gifts for the best woman in your life, Mom. It's that time of year again. Time to celebrate Mom. With a little inspiration, you can create a one-of-a-kind DIY gift for the mom in your life. If you've got a sporty mom who loves to go for a run or even box her way to fitness, these easy do-it-yourself ideas will make her endorphins run even higher. You can make her a yoga mat holder using a long piece of ribbon, or crochet a water bottle holder, and even make a cute headband using an old t-shirt, add some elastic on the back, and it'll fit perfectly. Now, if mom likes to be pampered on her special day, create the perfect breakfast in bed with a custom tray table runner made from fabric and an iron-on greeting. Make a coffee mug with a chalk paint rim to personalize a message, and she'll be happy drinking her special brew. Now, most moms are the center of the universe for many families, so give her something to remind her of her favorite crew. On the big day, have everyone participate in a family DIY activity to make a handprint family tree wall hanging. Or, if you want a reminder of how cute you used to be, decoupage a square to make a photo block. And then top it all off by creating a love letter lampshade from letters Dad used to send her before they got married. It's better than a romance novel. Now, if your mom loves to cook, make her some useful tools for the kitchen. To avoid splatters on her clothing, make an apron from Dad's old t-shirts. Another kitchen tool she'll love is finger-sized hot pads. Use fabric and layer the inside with heat-resistant batting. You can also help Mom stay organized with a custom recipe box using an old cigar box. Now her go-to recipes are at her fingertips. And if your mom really needs to melt the stress away, give her a day of relaxing with at-home spa gifts. Make some homemade bubble bath and bath salts and a scented oil-infused hot or cold pack. If your mom has an eye for fashion, create a jewelry box from an old cigar box with a coat of paint and a felt lining. She's got a special place for her fine jewels. Or if you want to be more practical, get plastic bins for her shoes and put a photo of the shoes on the outside. You can give her closet some style and make her fabric-wrapped hangers. It's easy, just use old wooden hangers, wrap enough to create a set. And finally, if there's no time to make Mom a gift, the best gift of all is your love and a homemade card that always puts a smile on her face. And there you have it, a few great DIY gift ideas to celebrate every mom in your life. Just get creative and have fun showing Mom just how much you love her. A perfect way to support your community is to get out and enjoy local festivals and events. We checked out a balloon festival in Lake Havasu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out here at the 8th annual Havasu Balloon Festival and Fair right here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. The weather's been fantastic. We got about 185 vendors, not that I'm counting. We got about 30 food vendors. You gotta get to Havasu. You gotta come to the fiesta.
To me, I've been to a lot of sporting events before, and you have to always stay back behind the fence or up in the bleachers. With ballooning, you get to go walk right up and look up and see that magnificent balloon right there. Talk to the pilots. You are right there in the middle of it. And that is what's so much more exciting than any other type of sport.
Balloons are just kind of magical, you know, they're so big and they're just floating in the air. There's no motor, and when you see them just floating in the air and you see them on the ground even, you know, the special shaped balloons, they've come a long way and they've just, they're amazing. Our job is to try to put some smiles on the kids' faces, on the family. It's a very family-oriented event.
We have pilots that come here from all over the world. We have one of our special shaped pilots is from Belgium, and one of our other special shaped pilots is from Brazil.
When you get these little kids walking around and they see the basket and the pilots will let them come up in the basket and all that, and it's what it's about, you know, that's really what it's about. There's not a lot of balloon events during this time of the year. They're typically across the country during the summer months, spring and summer months. In the fall, the big balloon festival in Albuquerque, that's the biggest in the world in October. You know, so that's about the range of balloon events most of the time. But you get out here in the Southwest and out in this area, you get a little more flying time. Here in Havasu, there's not a lot of spaces that will handle an event of this size. It's turned into a pretty major event. This is our 8th annual event, and I sat down with a member of the Lions Club and the Rotary 9 years ago, and we started hashing it out and making a plan to have a balloon festival in Lake Havasu. The Lions Club and Rotary work on this event, and what they do with all the profits they make, they donate to the local charities. They put that money right back into the community.
After the first 7 years, we donated $803,000 back into the community, so it's quite successful. And everybody that works here, all 1,400 to 2,000, plus myself, we're all volunteers and we do this, and nobody gets paid, and so all of that money really goes back into the community.
So I'd just like to make sure people realize there's more here than just balloons. If the weather's not really great, there's a lot of vendors, there's a little carnival, there's some things to do and still bring your kids out here and support this event. It's for charitable cause, it's a great event.
If you'd like to find a balloon festival in your area, just head to hotairballoon.com. Here's what's coming up next on Creative Living. I'll show you how to make a custom pillowcase using freezer paper and fabric paint. Every home store has them, pillows with cute phrases and images, but there's no sense in buying one when you can make them yourself. Today, I'll show you how to make your very own with this easy freezer paper printing hack. And then you can customize pillows for your entire home. You'll need a canvas pillow cover, pillow form, fabric paint, kitchen sponges, freezer paper, scissors or an X-Acto knife, and an iron. First, find a phrase or image and print the design on a large piece of paper in the size you want it on the pillow. Lay the freezer paper shiny side down on the print and trace around the image. Next, cut out the negative image of the design. And don't forget the insides of the letters like O's, B's, and A's. They make up the inside of the design, so save those pieces for later. Now lay the shiny side of the freezer paper on top of the pillow cover, place a cotton cloth over the top, and iron it on. So the shiny side becomes adhesive. And now it's time to get back to the craft table and paint. Insert a magazine or notebook or some protective layer inside the pillowcase to prevent the paint from bleeding through. Using a kitchen sponge, dab color inside the design layout and onto the fabric. After you're finished painting, it's best to let this dry for 24 hours. Once it's dry, peel away the freezer paper and insert the pillow form. And like magic, you have your own custom-made home decor. And it works great with canvas tote bags too. It's just that easy. We want to thank Francis for letting us visit with them today and get some shopping done. Now, if you want to shop local and you need a tool, try Price Local. This free app helps you find local shops that will match Amazon's prices. This not only eliminates the shipping time, but it also allows you to support neighborhood businesses. Thanks for joining us here on Creative Living. I'm your host, Jane Manzuris, and I'll see you next time.